Hello YouTube, this is Metal Trooper 62 here, and this video is kind of a response to a video that the Daily Shooter did. He did a camo job on his AR-15, and I had commented on it and told him I had camoed one of my AK-47s out, and he was curious to know what I had used and how I did it. So, first off, this AK right here that I have, this one I had gotten in a trade or something like that. I've had this for probably 14 or 15 years, and this is a Mahdi AK-47, and it is a MISR-10, which means in the late 90s, these rifles were imported with single stack 10 round mags, well, 5 or 10 round mags. But, and then basically it was a gutted receiver and everything. So for 922R compliance, this is Century imported these. They put the correct amount of parts in here to make this 922R compliant. And they also cut the mag well out so it would accept, the standard 30 round mags. But again, this is a MISR Mahdi. I don't know if you can read that. It says made by Mahdi Company in Egypt. Importer CAI, St. Albany, Vermont. But yeah, these were, like I said, these were imported in the late 90s, and basically when they did the assault weapons ban, they couldn't have a bayonet lug, and they couldn't have a flash hider, and they couldn't have the pistol grip. Some of them had a thumb hole stock, Clinton thought that was going to prevent crime. That was a bunch of bullshit. But enough of that. I'm not going to get into, that whole dumb shit stuff there. But anyway, when I did this wood was not that great and everything. And like I said, I got this gun in a trade. So I had basically sanded it down a little bit, and I even sanded down the receiver and the metal parts because they were painted. Now, pre-ban Mahdis are some phenomenal rifles. A pre-ban Mahdi goes from $1,500 to $2,000, and those were actually the guns that they used in the original Red Dawn movie. But yeah, so I basically cleaned it all up and everything, and then this is the spray paint I use. It's a Krylon camouflage paint system. So the base coat I did is basically olive drab, and then I used a thicker material, almost kind of like card or construction paper type stuff. And then I did the one coat. I did patches of this, which is black or flat black, ultra flat. And then I let that dry, and then I masked off some other areas, and I used this brown color, which is just basically a flat brown. So I'll kind of show some of the details of it. And like I said, I did this rifle in this rifle's probably been painted this way for probably about 12 or 13 years now, and there's minimal wear. There's a little bit of wear right here, and then some right here on this lower handguard. And that was basically from it being in a gun case or a gun sock. But if you look at it, you can kind of see the pattern I went with it. Oh, and just to let you know, this is empty. Now this mag is loaded. I'm gonna put it in there just to show what it looks like with the camoed mag too. But anyway, yeah, here's some of the pattern I did, and I basically put this all together and spray painted it so the parts would would match up and everything. And again, this doesn't have the flash hider, it doesn't have the bayonet lug, which I'm thinking about putting a different front sight block on there. Or, yeah, probably, I don't know. This is my beater AK-47, so I'm not really too worried about it. But it turned out really good. But this was converted from 10 round mag to the 30 round mag, and you can see how, if you're familiar with AK, there's usually a dimple. This kind of recesses in right here on a standard receiver and not a 10 stack, but they just open that magazine well up so it will accept these 30 round mags. Let me flip this over and show you the other side. Oh, my camera sucks. But you can kind of get an idea about what it looks like. But I really like it. I think it's cool. I've always wanted a camo AK-47, and this one came along, and I didn't have to, destroy some of my better ones. But yeah, like I said, these were imported in the late 90s. And then with the 30 round, you can see how it matches. It matches the gun. And I've got a couple of these mags that I camoed out, but I'm just showing one. But yeah, this is a fairly easy process. I've done this with some other things. I've done this with actually, recently I bought one of them cheap survival knives at Harbor Freight. I had a coupon and it was on sale, so I got it for, like, I think it was like $5. So, and I did a camo job on it, basically the same as, this type. But yeah, I like it. I think it looks pretty badass. But yeah, this, like I said, this paint's held up really, really well. And, but I get a lot of compliments when I take this to the range, or, if I'm out with my buddies shooting and stuff. They really like it. And I've actually done a few of them on the side for people. It's not something I do regularly, but I do have fun with this. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to show this. Like I said, the Daily Shooter was wanting, kind of curious on how I did this and everything. And but yeah, it's a pretty neat process. But anyway, I guess that's about it. If you have any comments or questions or something, just comment and I'll try to answer them the best I can. But thanks again for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I greatly appreciate everyone's support. So, until next time, I shall see you later, Y'all have a good one. See ya.